How are you fine folks doing today here? It's a beautiful day up here in the cold country. So what I have is a chicken watering system here that I built a few years back, and my bucket cracked. Even though I didn't have any water in it in the winter, it just must have been a little bit in there or something. Snow or rain caused it to crack, and then so I'm redoing that system. So I'm going to show you how I do it. It's pretty easy. I drill a hole 2 inches up from the bottom. It doesn't have to be exact. In my case, I got a hole through my coop, so got to make it the same dimension as the older bucket. So pretty simple. 3/4 paddle bit. You can get a universal step bit, whatever. So what I have is this bucket, which is going to hold 5 gallons of water approximately. And I have this PVC pipe system of drinker cups. I'm going to take it over and wash it out here in a minute after we film how it goes together, and then we're going to actually install it into the coop, film it, show you that. But what I have is a valve that comes out of the bucket. This is 1/2-inch PVC, I believe. This screws right in here. Got a little threaded coupler, 1/2-inch on one end, 1/2-inch socket on the other. I drill a hole for this fitting, go through, which goes into my valve, and I got an O-ring that would slip over it. So it'll just slip on like that, pushes in tightly, and then you screw that on. I usually put a little bit of pipe dope or silicone, probably got a silicone on the outside. Then this comes down to the outside of my coop, and when these floats get put up just like a toilet bowl, they'll stop. The water will shut itself off. And when they come in there to drink, either the fact that they're touching this plunger, which has got a little spring-loaded thing, and these can come apart to be cleaned, either the water will be drunk and it'll fill back up, or they will touch that. Now see,
you're missing one.
This one is missing a piece, but they come apart very easy like this. And there's a little spring system that comes out. I have one to replace it. And I put a clean out on this end, so if I need to flush water out. And right below my valve is the part that I send into my coop. So I send this into the chicken coop like that with a 1 piece of 1/2-inch PVC pipe.
So this one will be outside?
Yeah, this one is for the outside, so they have access to water on the ground. And this one is for inside the coop.
Oh, okay.
And so on this end is a clean out, but it also gives me an opportunity to run another one if I want more birds or if I want to have ducks again. I bought these when we had chickens and ducks, and they seem to work well for both. So we'll be back here in a little bit after we get this cleaned up and get it set up in the coop. Oh, one quick thing. To make this simple, I mean, it's pretty simple to fill a 5-gallon bucket with a hose, but if you want to go away or something, you can get a water timer. I got a stock tank float with a little bit of like flexible hose connectors. I think it's 3 inches long. This bucket hose connector goes up to the bucket lid. Now I've set this up so that the stock tank float just screws right into the bucket. And so then the lid just kind of slips on, and it'll seal on one, 3/4 of the way around or so. Just leaves it like that, and that allows a little air to get into it. Pretty simple.